friends are all coming around with their kids, and I've got to whiz something up really quick. And I thought, right, I'm going to make a lamb lentil curry, and it is super tasty. They all like it, they've all had it before, and it's not expensive because I'm using lamb bone, which you can pick up from the butcher's really cheap, and it's nutritious. So is lentils. Everything that I cook is nutritious, isn't it? Right, for this lamb lentil fantastic dal dish, you will need the lamb bones, and these are so cheap. This cost me £1, and all I want is the flavour from the bone. Obviously you can eat the meat, and into it you will need to put 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, salt to taste, one of these lovely beauties here, an aniseed star anise rather, a cinnamon stick, and you will need about 6 cloves of garlic, half an inch of ginger, 2 chilies, a whole onion and coriander, and a big pot of boiling water. So into that, now look, this is going to be so dead simple. We are going to add in all our dried mix. Okay, so all that goes into the pot, just like that. We also put 2 bits of garlic into there, pop that in, pop the meat in. Very simple so far, isn't it? And then I'll go and get my lentils. I'm using red split lentils. I always use those, those are my favourite, so plenty of protein in there. I've just washed them so the water's running clear, and then pop that into your pot like so, and you just leave that come to a boil and then let it simmer until the lentils are cooked. I'll give it a stir in a minute, just make sure all the lentils are in there. So that's what it's looking like at the moment. Get our big spoon and give that a stir. Now the bone is going to add all the flavour, and that star anise as well. So we're going to leave that. It takes roughly about half an hour for this to all boil down. You want to reduce as much of the fluid as you can. So we'll put the lid on and let it bubble away. Now for the remaining ingredients, I'm going to chop them up. So I'm going to chop the garlic, the ginger, the green chilies, finally chop the onions and the coriander. And this is all for the tadka, which we put at the end. Actually, keep the lid off because we want the water to evaporate and leave a thicker soup consistency. So don't put the lid on. Going to make the tadka, which is a major element of any lentil curry, and it just means the tempering of onions and garlic and ginger, and then you put it at the end and it just gives it that the extra yum. Okay, I've got the dal, the lentil, to the right consistency that I want it. So it's a bit soupy, a bit runny. The meat's cooked and it's taken 20 minutes to get to this stage on high heat. And now all I have to do is to make the tadka, as we call it. Right, for the tadka you will need fat. Yes, fat. I've got half a slab of butter, olive oil, half an onion chopped finely, strips of garlic, crushed garlic rather, strips of ginger, chilies, and to finish it off, my coriander. So what we do, got the frying pan all hot, put the oil in. This is the important part. I know, but it's all healthy oils. Come on, it's butter and olive oil. Nothing refined in there. So we let that melt down, and then we shall add the onions in a bit. So we'll just let that melt down for a minute. So now we put onions in first. Let's get those onions in, and the onions need to be brown. Really, I can't emphasize it, they have to be brown. Just put the heat up, let that sizzle away. So we'll come back to it when they're brown. Right. Right, now you can see that the onions are getting to that crispy brown stage. That's how we want it. We add in our ginger and loads of garlic, because I love my garlic. So we add all that in, fry that off. Oh, smells so divine. So we let that fry off for a few seconds, so that all the garlic and the ginger, all its flavours melt into that butter and oil. Sounds so appetizing, it does. And then put in our chilies. Now you don't have to put these in, but you should, because they're healthy. And they're only the jalapeno chilies, so they're not really hot, but they just give the flavour of a chili with a bit of heat. So we'll fry those off, let them fry for a few seconds. Okay, now that's fried off, we're going to put that in straight into a big pot of lentil curry. So that goes in. All of that, in it goes. Yum, yum, yum. And give that a stir if I can. Look at that. Oh my God, it's so delicious. I think the butter really just gives it the added taste to it. So that's that. And then you put your coriander in. Lush. All done in half an hour. Right, now for the tasting. Here's my dal and meat curry. I'm sure it's going to be lovely. Notice I've not got any carbohydrates with it. You can just eat it on its own. Oh, that is lush. Have another shot of that. Love. Just like how it says on my t-shirt. Love. Absolutely divine. I gave up eating with a spoon. It's not very conducive when you're Indian. So I'm going to eat it with my hands, the way it should be done. So we get in there. It gives it the extra taste, eating with your fingers. Obviously wash them beforehand.